My father was a man of few words, 7 at the most, per conversation and per day. He wasn't being cold, he was being precise about what deserved the air. Man of few words already know what's there. The fewer the words, the more each one weighs. The fewer the words, the sharper the phrase that lands when it finally decides to arrive. Man of few words are the most alive. Men of few words own the rooms they enter. Men of few words are always at the center of whatever matters, long after the talking ends. Men of few words are the most reliable friends. I trained myself down from a talker to a listener, from a man who filled the silence to a man who made it glisten with the weight of what wasn't said that everyone could feel. Man of few words is the most powerful ideal. The best conversation I ever had lasted 40 minutes. Neither of us spoke more than 100 words in it, but we covered everything that needed to be covered. Man of few words, that's how the real ones discovered what the other one was made of. Without the noise of more, the fewer the words, the more each one weighs. The fewer the words, the sharper the phrase that lands when it finally decides to arrive. Men of few words are the most alive. Men of few words own the rooms they enter. Men of few words are always at the center of whatever matters, long after the talking ends. Men of few words are the most reliable friends. When I'm gone from this particular life in this particular year, I want the people at the table to remember me as clear about the things that matter and quiet about the rest. Men of few words is the ultimate test of whether a man trusted the weight of what he carried enough to let the silence speak for what he married his life to in the decades of the choosing and the cost. Men of few words is the least amount of lost. We don't knock, we don't wait outside. We don't knock, we don't need to be invited. The door was already open before we reached the step. We don't knock, and we haven't yet. 3 men and a ladder on a road that answers to us. Not to the city, not the law, not to anyone who fuss about the way we enter, about the way we move. We learned this early from the men who came before, that the room respects the man who doesn't wait at the door, who walks in like he built it, who stands like he owns the floor. We don't knock, we don't wait outside. We don't knock, we don't need to be invited. The door was already open before we reached the step. We don't knock, and we haven't yet. Some men stand at the entrance, waiting for the nod. We already have the table, we already have the card of the man who runs the building. He gave it to us first. We don't knock, it's not a boast, it's just the verse of a life lived without waiting for anyone's permission slip. We don't knock is the code on every trip. We don't knock, we don't wait outside. We don't knock, we don't need to be invited. The door was already open before we reached the step. We don't knock, and we haven't yet. Not once in all the years of moving through this city. We don't knock, and it's never been a pity for anyone who understood the kind of men we are. We don't knock, we just arrive wherever we are. Reserved by design, not by accidental fear. Reserved by design is how I've lasted every year. Not cold, not absent, just selective with the space. Reserved by design is written on this face. I don't give the room more than the room has earned. I don't give the table more than the table has returned. In the previous encounters that inform today, reserved isn't distance, reserved is the decision to spin the self precisely with the surgical incision of a man who knows his value down to the final detail. Reserved by design means nothing gets for free. Reserved by design is the most honest version of me that any room has seen, without asking for the rest. Reserved by design, not by accidental fear. Reserved by design is how I've lasted every year. Not cold, not absent, just selective with the space. Reserved by design is written on this face. that he can't get back. Reserved by design, not by accident or fear. Reserved by design is how I've lasted every year. Not cold, not absent, just selective with the space. Reserved by design is written on this face. And it took decades to put there, not a single day was wasted. Reserved by design is the finest thing I've tasted. Still a sharp mind, that's the combination. Still a sharp mind is the only preparation a silent man needs before any room. The body stays relaxed, the thinking stays precise. Never let them see you calculating twice. The same position in the same still frame. Still a sharp mind is how the gentleman operates. Still a sharp mind, while the room deliberates. He already has the answer, filed before they ask. Still a sharp mind is the most important task. I've sat in rooms that mistook my stillness for absence of opinion, for some kind of illness, of engagement or of interest. Let them think that still a sharp mind, that's the combination. Still a sharp mind is the only preparation a silent man needs before any room. Still a sharp mind is how the gentleman operates. Still a sharp mind, while the room deliberates. He already has the answer, filed before they ask. Still a sharp mind is the most important task. The noise in the room is the other man's cost. The still air is yours and it's never been lost to anything the room has thrown at this man. Sharp mind is how the gentleman operates. Still a sharp mind, while the room deliberates. He already has the answer, filed before they ask. Still a sharp mind is the most important task, and the most rewarding one. When the room finally sees still a sharp mind does exactly as it please. I found out early that the mouth costs more than the wallet ever did. In every room, every floor of every building I walk through, trying to make my case, silence pays more than anything taking its place. The men who talked the loudest in the meetings I attended were the first ones missing when the long game ended. I watched them spend their credibility on the noise of the short term. Silence pays more is what I had to learn. Silence pays more than the smartest argument. Silence pays more than the longest statement sent across a table full of men who are waiting to be heard. Silence pays more than every single word. I closed a deal once without saying 20 words. The other man filled the space with everything I'd heard him say in earlier meetings about what he actually needed. Silence pays more is why I succeeded. Silence pays more than the smartest argument. Silence pays more than the longest statement sent across a table full of men who are waiting to be heard. Silence pays more than every single word. Where the pressure wants your voice, where the anxiety of quiet makes you feel like you have no choice but to fill it with whatever comes out first and comes out fast. Silence pays more is the lesson built to last. Let the room sit in it, let the other man decide that the discomfort of the quiet is his problem, not your guide. Silence pays more than everything you're tempted to say. Silence pays more, and it pays every day. When you walk through the door, the room adjusted the way it always had before. Not from fear exactly, more from recognition. The room adjusted is the gentleman's position. I've watched it happen to men who earn the shift of the room's attention without needing the gift of an introduction or a name announced aloud. The room adjusted Before he reached the crowd, it's something in the posture, something in the pace, something in the particular angle of the face that tells the room immediately this man has been somewhere. The room adjusted is the only thing declared. The room adjusted when he walked through the door. The room adjusted the way it always had before, not from fear exactly, more from recognition. The room adjusted is the gentleman's position. I asked a man once how he made the room do that. He looked at me directly and adjusted his flat cap to the exact angle that said the conversation was already finished. The room adjusted was its own explanation. You cannot manufacture what the room adjusted means. You cannot buy the posture, you cannot rehearse the scenes that produce a man whose presence rearranges the temperature of any room. The room adjusted through all the changes of the decades and the cities and the tables and the floors. The room adjusted is what the silence is for. When a real man enters and the room already knows. The room adjusted before the door even closed. The room adjusted when he walked through the door. The room adjusted the way it always had before, not from fear exactly, more from recognition. The room adjusted is the gentleman's position. The highest kind of power, the quietest kind of claim. The room adjusted and nobody said his name. People confuse the suit with the ambition, confuse the tie with the submission to whatever system dressed them this morning. They don't understand that for certain men, the suit is the armor, not the uniform, that the tie is the discipline visible on the outside of a man who decided before the day asked anything of him that he would meet it at the highest version of himself. Dressed and dangerous is not a contradiction. It's the most accurate description of a man who respects the gravity of what he does, enough to show up looking like he's ready for all of it. Dressed and dangerous is not what it looks like from outside. Dressed and dangerous is where the real men hide in plain sight, in the fabric of the formal. Dressed and dangerous is anything but normal. I've watched men in casuals underestimated in every room. I've watched men in suits remove all the doubt about their readiness before a word was said. Dressed and dangerous is living several moves ahead. Dressed and dangerous is not what it looks like from outside. Dressed and dangerous is where the real men hide in plain sight, in the fabric of the formal. Dressed and dangerous is anything but normal. The gentleman who stays silent in the well-pressed coat has already made the decision that the others haven't wrote down yet, and they're thinking. Dressed and dangerous moves first. Dressed and dangerous is always the unrehearsed version of the ready that took decades to construct. Dressed and dangerous is the product of the luck that doesn't exist, of the work that does. Dressed and dangerous is what this music was. Dressed and dangerous is not what it looks like from outside. Dressed and dangerous is where the real men hide in plain sight, in the fabric of the formal. Dressed and dangerous is the furthest thing from normal, and the closest thing to honest that a man can wear. Dressed and dangerous is the declaration that he's there in every room that matters before the room decides. Dressed and dangerous is the most elegant surprise. First one in before the room is ready. First one in, hands steady, breathing steady, never waiting on the signal, never waiting on the crowd. The first man in sets the temperature. The first man in owns the entire corridor, between the door and the table, before anyone else arrives. First one in, last one to be questioned. First one in owns the whole possession of the room before it fills with the men who came in second. First one in is the oldest kind, I reckon. I've walked into rooms that weren't ready for me yet, stood in the center without a single regret about arriving early, about owning the space. The first man in sets the temperature. The first man in owns the entire corridor, between the door and the table, before anyone else arrives. First one in, the last one to be questioned. First one in owns the whole possession of the room before it fills with the man who came in second. First one in is the oldest kind, I reckon. precise of centers. For the man who moves in silence, for the man who needs no invitation. First one in is the opening of every conversation. Before the conversation starts, before the room has found its voice, first one in was always the only choice. The cold is older than the room I'm standing in, older than the building, older than the discipline that the modern world calls professionalism. My grandfather carried it without a name for it. My father passed it forward without a frame for it. I received it somewhere between 20 and 30. Old cold new room, same man walking through. Old cold new room, the code tells him what to do before the room decides what kind of man he is. Old cold new room, that's the gentleman's advantage. Old cold new room is the most honest language a man can bring with him into any modern space. Old cold new room leaves them staring at his face. The room keeps changing, the screens get newer, the language gets faster, the patience gets fewer, but the code doesn't update for anyone's convenience. Old code new room, same man walking through. Old code new room, the code tells him what to do before the room decides what kind of man he is. Old code new room, that's the gentleman's advantage. Old code new room is the most honest language a man can bring with him into any modern space. Old cold new room leaves them staring at his face. When the room moves on to whatever comes after this, the old code will still be standing in whatever form it is that the next generation decides to call it. Old code new room is always the most solid ground beneath the gentleman who learned it before the room existed. Old code new room is always persisted through every modernization of the world around the man. Old code new room is the longest running plan. carries more than most without letting it show. Moves through every room with a pace that's deliberately slow. Not tired, just measured. Not lost, just precise. The way without words is the heaviest kind. The way without words lives only in the mind of the man who chose to carry it alone. Way without words is what built this man's bone. Way without words is the quietest kind of strong. Way without words has been the code all along. For the gentleman who stays silent and carries what's his own. I've known men who talk about everything they bore. Watch the talking make it lighter, but the man become less sure of who he was without it. Without the audience of pain. The weight without words is the heaviest kind. The weight without words. The weight without words lives only in the mind of the man who chose to carry it along. Weight without words is what built this man's bone. Weight without words is the quietest kind of strong. Weight without words has been the code all along. For the gentleman who stays silent, carries what's his own. Not everyone deserves the weight you're carrying. Not everyone has earned the right to be comparing their load to yours. So keep it where it lives. Weight without words is what built this man's bone. Weight without words is the quietest kind of strong. Weight without words has been the code all along. For the gentleman who stays silent and carries what's his own, until the carrying becomes the man himself completely. Weight without words is how he does it neatly. What gentlemen know they don't put on the table. What gentlemen know makes them more than capable of handling every room without the need to display it. What gentlemen know is worth more for not saying it. What gentlemen know lives behind the eyes. What gentlemen know doesn't need to advertise itself to any audience in any given room. What gentlemen know is the quietest kind of boom. A gentleman walked into the worst negotiation of my career. Said nothing for 11 minutes, let the other side make clear every weakness in their position, every desperation in their ask. What gentlemen know is worth more than any task. Then he spoke one sentence that absorbed the entire room. Said it at normal volume, said it without the plume of performance or of drama, just a fact and nothing more. What gentlemen know is what the silence is for. What gentlemen know they don't put on the table. What gentlemen know makes them more than capable of handling every room without the need to display it. What gentlemen know is worth more for not saying it. What gentlemen know lives behind the eyes. What gentlemen know doesn't need to advertise itself to any audience in any given room. What gentlemen know is the quietest kind of boom. I've been studying this since the first man I respected showed me that the knowledge was most powerful when protected from the casual distribution of men who share too freely. What gentlemen know becomes everything completely. What gentlemen know lives behind the eyes. What gentlemen know doesn't need to advertise itself to any audience in any given room. What gentlemen know is the quietest kind of boom that lands without the warning, without the build or the announce. What gentlemen know is worth every single ounce of the discipline it takes to hold it where it lives. What gentlemen know is the most powerful thing it gives. Two gentlemen pass on a street they both own. One night between them says everything known. No introduction needed, no name exchange. The nod is the language of men who don't need to explain. The nod is a sentence that carries more than a name. One movement, one meaning, everything understood. The nod between gentlemen says more than talking could. I've been nodded at once by a man I'd never met, in a room full of people, and I haven't forgotten yet what it felt like to be recognized without a single word. The nod comes from knowing, the nod comes from seeing another man clearly, without the need for agreeing on anything out loud. Just the recognition. The nod is the language of men who don't need to explain. understood. A nod between gentlemen says more than talking could. It takes years to earn the kind of nod that means something. Not the casual acknowledgement, but the one that's saying everything about what both men carry and how well they carry it. The nod is the language, a man who don't need to explain. The nod is the sentence that carries more than a name. One movement, one meaning, everything understood. The nod between gentlemen says more than talking could, and lasts longer than any speech given in any room. The nod between gentlemen cuts through every gloom. This is what calm looks like when it's been earned and not borrowed. When it didn't arrive on a Tuesday, but was built through every sorrow of the years that asked the question whether the man would hold. This is what calm looks like when the man is finally old. Enough to have the answer, not in the words he carries, but in the way he occupies whatever space he marries. For the hour that he's in it, without needing to adjust. This is what calm looks like when it's made of more than trust. I've seen panic wearing calm like a costume it borrowed from the man beside it, who the years had properly hollowed into something true and steady, into something past performing. This is what calm looks like on a man past the storming. This is what calm looks like after the fire burns down. This is what calm looks like in the most difficult town of the life a man has chosen for the reasons only he knows. This is what calm looks like, is the most important thing it shows. The saxophone agrees at whatever hour it plays for the men who need the music of the long and honest days. Behind the men still coming to feel less alone in the carry. This is what calm looks like, is why this music doesn't vary from the honest and the dark of what a real man holds inside. This is what calm looks like after the fire burns down. This is what calm looks like in the most difficult town of the life a man has chosen for the reasons only he knows. This is what calm looks like, is the most important thing it shows. If you found this music at 3 in the morning or on the commute without any prior warning that today would be the day you needed exactly this. This is what calm looks like, is the most honest kind of list of everything a man becomes when he stops running from the weight and starts carrying it deliberately all the way to this late hour of his particular life, where the calm finally arrived, not as a gift, not as a reward, but as the thing that survived every version of the year that tried to make him loud. This is what calm looks like. It's the most underrated proud feeling a man can have, standing in his own skin. This is what calm looks like. It's where the music begins, and where the real man finally recognizes himself in the notes of something honest, pulled down from the shelf of everything that's true about the life he's chosen to live. This is what calm looks like, is the most important thing this music gives.